Mr.
Yeah.
Scalise, if Congresswoman Waters' remarks were worthy of censure, why isn't Mo Brooks' comments worthy of censure when he said at the Stop the Steal rally, today is the day American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass? Why wasn't he censured?
Well, first of all, I've been very clear in speaking out against any kind of political rhetoric that incites violence. But if you look at Maxine Waters' comments, the judge in the trial just yesterday acknowledged that Maxine Waters' comments are so inflammatory that it could cause grounds for an appeal if that ruling goes the wrong way. And in fact, the judge went on to say that elected officials need to stop doing this and stay out of this. The fact that Speaker Pelosi covered for, she was trying to incite violence, and in fact, there is violence going on right now in Minnesota because of her actions. This isn't the first time she's made those kind of inflammatory comments. So you're going to see Leader McCarthy bring a censure resolution to the floor. I'd like to see Maxine Waters apologize for the inflammatory comments that she's made inciting violence. It's a powder keg down there. The last thing you want to do is make it worse, and especially to give grounds for an appeal. And look, we all watched what happened and saw Officer Chauvin cross the line. We should be all focused on making sure that justice is carried out. The last thing you'd want to do is give a grounds for an appeal that the judge himself acknowledged Maxine's comments.
Apologize also? I mean, there was a deadly riot that happened after he spoke at that rally.
Look, a lot of people have talked about the comments that other people have made and spoken out against it. Right now, I haven't heard any Democrats speaking out against what Maxine has said. And it's time for Democrats to speak out when they see it on both sides. They only want to speak out on one side of the aisle, not on both. And that hypocrisy, I think, is starting to shine through.
Do you agree with your colleagues, though, who say that the comments that Congresswoman Maxine Waters made is on par with the comments that former President Trump made prior to January 6th, that incites the same level of violence?
No, in fact, President Trump used the words peaceful when he talked about the statements that he made. I haven't heard Maxine saying anything about peacefully protesting. She's talked about violence. She's talked about, I think the word is, get more confrontational in the streets if the verdict goes the wrong way. There's nothing peaceful about that. And again, the judge himself just yesterday said that that could cause the grounds for an appeal. Yeah.